Selling women for sex. The FBI says it is a crime more profitable than selling drugs, and it is happening in big cities and small towns all across America. Tonight, a special MSNBC undercover report takes you inside the shocking but booming business. Here's one woman's heartbreaking story. It's a story that begins in the ruins of the shattered Soviet Empire and ends in heartland America.
I was watching a lot of TV shows about human trafficking, and I could never believe that can happen to me. And when I get in this situation, I believe it can happen anytime.
This woman we'll call Katya now shares her destiny with 1 million young women and girls bought and sold in the global sex industry.
San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, St. Paul, Minnesota. It's happened in almost every major community you could think of.
It happened in Detroit, and it happened to 20-year-old Katya, a university student who signed up with a friend to study abroad by waitressing in Virginia Beach. But the girls would never reach Virginia, and they wouldn't be waitresses.
They were met at the airport by Michael Aronoff and Alex Masamenko, the traffickers. And they were told that, you know what, plans have changed. You're going to be going to Detroit.
They brought us clothes. It was strip clothes and shoes, and they say you guys gonna work at the club named Cheetah, and you guys gonna work Monday to Saturday. Double shift, 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. When we going to work in the car, he was telling us you're gonna have to make $1,000 a day. If you're not making this money, we'll find a way when you can make this money.
For Katya, a year of terror and abuse was about to begin.
Almost every girl who I knew was sexually abused, raped. It was in front of me, but it was another room where I could hear. I could actually see after the girl was talking about that.
Alex and Michael had keys to the apartment, and they treated both the apartment and the individuals inside it as their own property. Alex would walk in and tell some of the women, "Let's go. It's time to get in the shower," which meant he was going to rape them. And you couldn't say no, and even if you did say no, he would still force you to do it.
I was even thinking about suicide many times.
For Katya, the only alternative to suicide was a risky escape. It turns out that her girlfriend had confided in a customer who had promised to help the girls.
He'd met some girls working at a strip club called Cheetahs. He said, "You should check this club out. These girls are treated like slaves."
So on February 14th, 2005, in the dark hours of early dawn, the girls made a run for it. The customer waited for them in his car.
And in the morning, we put everything in the car, close our door, and ran away.
The women were free, but not of the terror that had haunted them for so long. And what did Katya's mother say when she called?
When I ran away, she said that she's very grateful that I did it. And when I saw her first time for 2 years, she was so excited to see me alive.
And Katya is with us this morning, along with her attorney, Bridget Carr. Good morning to both of you. We should note the 2 traffickers mentioned in our report were eventually arrested and were sentenced, and you were at the sentencing. Watching this, Katya, you were getting upset. You escaped in 2005, but this is still very, very fresh in your mind and still very troubling for you.
Yes, I'm really scared still. And I will be scared not only today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow.
Why are you still scared?
My life was in danger the whole time, and this is just how it is.
How it is. Did you think that you would ever be able to escape?
I was planning my escape for a long time, and I knew that it's in my hands and I might escape, but it was really scary because they have guns, they have my passport, and whereas my mom was leaving, it was not about me, it was about her.
And your mom was back in Russia. I mean, that's where she was, and there were threats on her life as well.
Yes.
Which is part of why you're scared to this day about your mom, who is still there. When I told people about this story, a lot of people asked me, so I have to ask you, you were in a home that you weren't locked inside it. They weren't watching you 24 hours a day. Why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you and the other girls who were involved in this just leave at any time?
Like I say, we was really scared. There was physical abusing us, and they tell us the stories about other girls who escaped. They bombed the cars, and it was just really scared for my life and my mom's life.
Bridget, I mentioned when we were outside, I was talking about the numbers of young women in the same situation that Katya was in. We're talking 17 to 25,000 women who are brought into this country and then basically turned into sex slaves. Is that an accurate figure?
Statistics are really hard to find on human trafficking. We know that it's the second largest criminal industry in the world, and that number doesn't capture citizen victims. Katya is from another country. So I think, and other advocates like myself think, that the number is probably low. And so, we can't underestimate what happens to women like this. Michael and Alex called what they did to these women the system. They systematically terrorized the women in order to train them not to escape. And they were very effective.
And it's all about money, as we said in the report. I mean, these people make much more money trafficking in women than they do in drugs.
Oh, it's huge money. Katya was bringing in, as she said, around $1,000 a day. That's what they wanted her to do. When they raided the home of the traffickers, they found over $500,000 in cash.
What did you have to do to make $1,000 a day?
I work 12 hours a day. I was dancer for $20 a dance. So exactly this is the money what I was making.
And you testified before Congress. They're considering an anti-trafficking bill. What do you want people to understand? What will it take to stop this?
I want them to understand that if I have a smile on my face, doesn't mean I'm here with my own will. Doesn't mean that I appreciate this job and I want to be here. And it's not for me just easy to leave because I was kept. And I definitely want to bring the law so people like me can have parents here, like my mom.
And right now, the status of this law?
Well, it's going for a vote in front of the House tomorrow, and we're hopeful that the bill will get bipartisan support. Without the passage of this bill, women like Katya will still be kept enslaved in the United States.
Katya, it's very brave of you to come here. I know how emotional this is for you, and I know how hard it was for you to do this. And you're safe in this country? You can stay in this country?
Yes.
Thank you so much. And Bridget, thank you so much.
You.
And good luck with this bill. And we should let viewers know that Sex Slaves in America premieres tonight at 11 p.m. on MSNBC.